What's up?
What's up?
Welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, episode 88.
88.
This is where we talk about collision repair, PDR, everything in between. We already got Alex and Cass in the comments. What's up, peoples?
What's good? What's up, James? How's it going?
Hey, James. What's going on, everybody? Man, MTE.
Pretty fun.
Oh, I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was the 25th anniversary of MTE. It was our third year, both of our third years going.
Yep.
And we did things a little bit different this time. What's up, Nick?
Yeah, what's going on?
We didn't do education day this year.
We did not. But we done other things that I felt were beneficial. I mean, maybe not, but I thought so.
Well, so what we did is we volunteered to help out with the crew. So we helped set up the vendors.
There's a lot that goes into that. There really is, to get that thing set up. I mean, it's a big show, so I mean, they need a lot of help, you know.
I was surprised at how much of a scramble it was, to be honest. I mean, you got like one-man bands with a giant van full of stuff and trying to get everything done themselves and get everything set up. It's like, well, good thing we have people like us volunteering to help out.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get it set up the best way we can. So we just kind of went through and lended hands where we felt they could best be used. I don't know. And
yeah,
you know,
no, that was a great experience. I'm actually looking forward to doing it again. I did miss. I wanted to catch the shop owners round table at least, and I ended up missing it.
We did miss that. Yeah.
We were just talking, you know, when you get caught up with conversations with people and then you look at the clock and it's later than you think it is.
We didn't even really take any photos or anything like that. We're just kind of like there.
Yeah, we're in the moment for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I kind of enjoy that. We did take plenty of video. What we did,
the YouTube style video stuff.
On Saturday, we went around. We didn't hit nearly as many booths as we wanted to.
We were kind of rushing to do that, honestly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. Yeah, that's eye opening how much time that took.
It really was. It really.
We had help from Greg this year. Gregory.
Right.
He was our camera guy. So if you see our YouTube videos from the booths, Greg is our camera guy. We really appreciate it. He did a great job helping out, and
he did. And I mean, he was a trooper with it too. I mean, he's pretty much followed us around the whole time, just recording.
Yeah, but he's a great photographer. So I mean, I couldn't have picked anybody better for that. I really couldn't.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, I wish I had given him better video equipment. And I think we're going to do that next year. This year was just my cell phone. I think next year we're going to bring some better mics and some better cameras and maybe dedicate more time to that. But
right.
That's my favorite part of the show, is going around and talking to the guys about their new products and everything. It kind of feels like a cheat code having the podcast and being able to talk to those guys. And, you know, you tap Matt Boyette on the shoulder. He goes, "Oh, yeah, let's do it." You know,
let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. He just leaves the conversation he's having behind.
Everybody was real open to doing it. It's just like finding the amount of time and stuff, you know, to catch everybody. So, I mean, we'll probably up it even more this coming, you know, the next roll around. Probably do a 2-camera setup, better cameras, like you said, better equipment, and just kind of overall make the feel a little bit you know, more interesting. But it was still fun. It was still fun.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do. We put out videos now from a few places, but I've got a bunch more footage to go through, a bunch more videos. Make sure to follow the YouTube. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say more are gonna come out throughout the weeks. So
yeah, for sure. Man, I think I'm gonna take Keith Gozantino. I think I'm gonna take his and split it into multiple videos.
He was like, what? I think we sit there for an hour, maybe
at least.
At least.
At least. But it was cool. Like, I mean, I love listening to that guy talk about dent repair and theory. And then he comes out and he shows you the tool he just made for that theory, and
had so much good stuff to say. Like, talking about the new tabs he made, like how he got to that point from where they are now and where they started with, and the all that stuff. You know, it's all
He's a really
video,
smart
but
guy.
it's awesome.
He's a very smart guy.
Awesome stuff.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed MTE. I highly suggest if you did not go and you do anything with dent fixing tools, whether it be in the body shop or PDR, go to MTE. Put your hands on these tools. You're gonna love it. Even besides the tool part, even besides that, there's education day. I mean, this year they added the octagon where guys were bringing up issues and there was drama and shit. So it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was cool. Hey, Vince is in here. We was recording with Vince, and that one guy tried to take the microphone.
So I never even noticed that. If you watch the Anson video,
oh my god,
there's this guy and he's like eyeing my microphone on I had it on a whale tail, and I'm interviewing Vince. And he just comes, and then he comes up right behind us. He's just Gary, and then he goes to grab it, and right before he gets to it, I think Vince gives him the death stare. And
he's like, "What's going on?"
So, kind of wild. Make sure to check out that video because right in the smack dab middle of it, some dude tries to yank my microphone. I don't know. Maybe he's watching.
Right
and
up
tell
on
us.
him. I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue what he was thinking about, but it was kind of crazy.
He wanted to know about that blue light on the whale tail and what does that do for dents?
Yeah.
You know,
did we record the octagon? No, we did not. We did not know what to expect or what was in that. We sat through it and we were just kind of like, just hanging out to see.
It was interesting.
It was interesting. I think it'll be, now that everybody knows what it is, I think it will be way more interesting next year. I don't think this is the only year for that.
Yeah, no, it started out like somebody just brought up a normal topic. It wasn't very controversial and some people were talking about it. But then it got into some topics like somebody brought up, and this was from the detailing side, but it applies to PDR, whether or not to connect with your competition in your area.
Right.
And the benefits of that or why or why not. And that actually started some heated conversations. It actually took up most of the time, that one.
Yeah, it did.
So anyway, it was very interesting, and I learned. So like
they had some good talking points. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where somebody come back with something and you're like, well, that's pretty cool. Let's see what this guy says, and then whatever. It was back and forth, kind of neat.
Yeah, very cool.
I mean, Lee Roth, you've done a great job up there, getting that set up together.
Yeah.
So I don't think this will be the only year for that.
Well, anyway, my point is go to MTE. It's awesome. It's worth it. It's worth the investment. And honestly, I just want to meet all of you, just like I got to meet a bunch of you this year. So
we spent a lot of time doing that, and that was the fun. That was the best part. I think that's why we didn't get so much video or pictures and stuff, just because we spent most of the time doing that.
Yeah, it was definitely very good, Vince. Steven Dyke and I in the octagon next year. I love it. Let's do it. I love it. Yeah. Oh, anyway, guys, and we got a great show for you tonight. Kind of swung the pendulum back to auto body. Our guest, bringing a very seasoned auto body technician who really excels in the mentorship area of collision repair, which a lot of us don't. So it's anyway, we had to bring him in, talk to him. Alan Thibeault, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's your name right?
Yeah, you said it perfect.
Awesome. I had practice with Cass a few shows ago. So.
Cheated.
You're absolutely right. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on the show. You're in my home state of Connecticut. So
still never even met. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I know.
A couple towns away.
kind of weird, but it'll happen. I'm sure it will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe at Wicked Big Meat or something, some local car show or something. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of cool car shows up your way. I'm thinking that I see you all the time at car shows.
Yeah, we got some wicked badass ones up on. I like the rat rod stuff. So we got like the Hootenanny. We had the Fallout. That was really good. Yeah, stuff like that's pretty cool.
We have one here that's, I guess, the only, I don't know, I don't want to say only legit, but the only one that I tend to remember is called Blue Suede Cruise. And that one brings
cool.
up a lot of gathering, but past that, it's just real small, if any. They're not even really advertised. You just sneak up on them one day and you're like, oh, wow, there's like a little something out there going on.
Yep.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's how we found the Hootenanny. We're going down the road. I'm like, wow, look at all these cars coming out. And they had music playing, and I was like, so yeah, ever since.
Nice.
I have followed small lines of cars. Usually I'm on a bike, but just cruising around, and some nice cars go the other way. They're probably going to a car show. You just probably follow them right over there.
That's cool.
But yeah, there's lots of people, lots of cool cars in Connecticut, especially if you go down towards the coast and everything, and especially if you add a charity event to that car show, like the Dream Ride and the Dream Cruise.
I bet that does bring some really awesome stuff.
I've still never been to the Dream Cruise.
That is the one, in my opinion, to go to if you want to see things like Paganis and Ferraris mixed in with lowered Civics and classic Camaros. Whatever. It's pretty much everything. And it's a big bike show too. So if you're into motorcycles, it's big on that as well. But they kind of split it into a whole weekend. It got so big they had to split the bike day and the car day separately.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly suggest that one. But we're all really car guys here. I want to know, let's start your story and go way back. What got you interested in cars, Alan?
So I guess going way back, I would say in high school, I had my first car. It was a '88 Corolla. I think it lasted 7 days before I wrapped it around a telephone pole.
Oh,
and I was like,
wow.
Okay. And then after that, then I got a Monte Carlo SS, or a Monte Carlo that I turned into a SS.
Okay.
So then from there it was 88. So I kind of stuck in that time frame of cars, and so we kind of souped that up. Me and my dad made it faster and faster. Crashed it so many times where I was like, okay, maybe I should slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
On that.
Right.
But yeah, then at this point, I'm 18 years old. I moved out of my parents' house the day I turned 18.
Okay.
So then I kind of had to settle down on the car, beaten up a little bit.
Sure.
And so I was kind of like job searching. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was a cook at a nursing home for a little bit. That was kind of like, this isn't really working. So then I got a job at making cameras for like medical cameras. And that job was just boring. That was probably the boringest job I had. Literally just cutting like little fiber optic things over and over.
Yeah.
Just kind of like on an assembly line kind of deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very small assembly
stuff
line.
like that.
Just,
it's no fun.
That's wild.
Like I'd fall asleep doing it, and I'm like, this is. But they eventually laid me off on that. They're like, and so they were nice. Instead of firing me, they laid me off, which was cool. And then my buddy's dad owned a construction company, and that was kind of cool. We were doing like small framing, a lot of concrete, but then I realized all the guys in this were like just beat up. They were just hurt. I was like, okay, I don't see myself doing construction for forever. And I'm like, I'm always smashing my cars up. Let me see about doing this collision aspect. And I thought I had to go to school, so I went to Barron, did the whole Barron setup.
I didn't know you went to Barron. I went to Barron.
Yep. Yeah, I went, and it was a small like little shack too, like by the airport. And I'm like, wow, this is okay. So I'll go to school.
Do you know what year that was?
I see. I was 18, 19.
Okay.
So yeah, it was 22 years ago, probably.
So like 02, 03, 04.
Yeah, probably like 04, 05-ish.
Okay.
I went.
Okay.
And so I did that. I graduated, thinking I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to graduate. And I'm living on my own at this point. So I was working at Napa on the weekends, at FedEx at nighttime.
Wow.
So I was just hustling.
It's kind of crazy, like before you nail down a career, we'll just use auto body, like how much different stuff you can find that there is to do. They're just little trinket kind of jobs everywhere like that. It's wild.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fun too. Like I was doing like parts delivery at Napa, and
Yeah.
which was fun. And then I had a blast doing that. And then FedEx throwing boxes into a truck. That was
How'd you find all
fun.
these jobs? Was there something that would go-to method?
Like back in the day, it was just a paper.
Right.
Like I would read the back of the newspaper,
Classifieds.
Go
Yeah.
classifieds, and be like, okay, cool.
That's
there's
how I
nothing.
found all my
Go into the
Okay,
gas
cool.
station and grab one of those papers, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was cool.
sure.
And like Napa, I think at Napa, I was actually getting a part for my car, and they had like a wanted sign, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna apply for this. I could do that. And
That was different then. It was
oh yeah,
different.
totally different. Yeah, I walked in and they're like, oh, you want a job? Okay, here, fill this piece of paper out. Filled it out, and like, okay, cool, you're hired. And I was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Then I started the next day for that, which was fun.
Okay. So
And
parts
then,
delivery driving for Napa, it was like a part-time gig.
Yep.
Kinda
Yeah, that was
stuff.
like a
All right.
weekend, sometimes after school. And then I was going to FedEx that were like, I want to say like, it was some like overnight shift. So then I was working overnight and then wake up super early, go back to Barron, back to school
Hmm.
and whatnot.
So you had the early morning classes at Barron. Did they
Yep.
offer night classes at that time? Do you know?
Yep. Yep. They had the
Yeah.
night classes, but
Yeah. So when I went to Barron, they were in the new building in East Windsor. So it wasn't, I think they still had the dorms from the area that you were in, because some guys bust in from the dorms near the airport. I don't know.
Yeah, we had this like shack. It was like right the year I graduated, they were just moving into the new building.
Okay.
So we had like this like little tiny shack by the airport, and then we had a one over. Then there was like 3 locations that they would like bus us around on.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Yes,
we'd
that
drive
was
around
before.
to.
That was before. I do want to talk about the trade school a little bit. So how long was the program?
It was like 15 months.
Yeah.
I did the accelerated one where it was like do the custom stuff. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna do all the custom cool like hot rods and the custom paint jobs, and
they offered the same thing at time when I did. So they offered the 12-month regular, and then if you wanted to do an extra 3 months of custom stuff, you could.
Yep.
Yeah. So I did the same thing, and I think it was smart of you to do that. And I recommend people do that kind of stuff, because then when you go for your job, not only can you say you went to the trade school, you can say you did the extra 3 months. You could have graduated 3 months earlier, and you decided to stick around longer. And yeah, it's to do fun things like airbrushing and metal fab and that kind of stuff. But hey, all they see at the auto body shop is that you put in extra effort.
Well, looking to complete a task, like stuck with it from front to back. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, just the fact that you could have gotten out at 12 and that's completed.
Yeah.
But the 15-month, you put in the extra credit. So
and the extra one was kind of cool. Like the metal fab I was really sold on that. I was like, oh wow, this is cool. But then to get a job doing it, I kind of got stuck in like the spiral of like, I never really got into that like hardcore restoration shop to do the metal fab. And
I mean, I can only speak from my experience. When I got out of Barron, it was 2009. That's right when the housing crisis and the economy tanked. So yeah, I wanted to get into custom and restoration shops. They all went under that year.
Yep.
So there was nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing out there.
So it was collision.
Any job at that point is good.
Right. So anyway, so you were in Barron, 15-month program.
Or maybe the 18, whatever did that. And then, so I thought when I was graduating, I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to be a frame tech. I'm going to do some custom metal work. So I got to my first shop and they're like, oh no, here's a broom.
Yeah.
Start sweeping. I was like, wait, what? I just went to school.
What kind of shop was your first shop? Was it like a dealership?
No, it's like a little mom and pop shop.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I fucked everything up at first. I was there for 3 years. When I first got there was this guy that kind of took me under his wing. Actually, I just started working with him again. But the coolest dude ever.
Isn't that cool?
He's an awesome painter, like probably one of the best painters to this day I've ever worked with. And he just took me under his wing and he's like, hey, no, I'm gonna show you the ropes. And he would show me how to do it, and I would just make a mess of whatever he showed me. Like, he's like, oh, here, just go put this door handle in that pickup truck. I just remember a green pickup truck. Go put the door handle in, super easy. I'm like, yeah. He just painted it. Dude, I scratched that thing from like one end to another, and I'm like, I was like, oh, dude.
No.
And he just like put his head, he's like, okay, we're gonna learn from this. We're not gonna do that again. And
Wow.
he never he was just so calm and cool about it. Where
you got lucky.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got lucky. I'm happy for you that you found someone like that, because most of us don't.
Yeah. I mean, there's other guys in the shop that would just be like, oh, what's going on? And he'd be like, nope, I'm gonna take him under my wing and kind of show him. And
that's awesome.
So
and you
cool.
work
He
with
kinda
him now again?
Yep.
You said?
Yeah. So it was cool. So I worked with him for 6 years, and then me and him, every time he went to a shop, he would kind of like bring me with him. And then then we kind of separated for like 14 years, and I got him a job where I am now, and yeah, it's awesome. It's kind of like this, like a circle of life almost.
That's cool. That's very cool. I mean, in my little circle, I had an apprentice at one shop, and he had some knowledge, but he wanted to be a body tech, and so he worked with me for a while, and he left that shop before I did, and now I work with him again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and he has totally surpassed. What's up, Corey? It's totally and Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Just, I mean, he's over there. So first, I'll start from the beginning. When he was an apprentice, I don't know, me and an apprentice, it's kind of a bust each other's chops kind of relationship, but still, like, I'll go to war for you, like I'm your best friend at that point, but it's kind of a bust each other chops kind of deal. My fellow body techs, we do that a little bit, but not as much. It's more of a professional relationship. So he comes into this shop and he starts busting my chops right away. I'm like, whoa. We're cool now. You're not the apprentice anymore. We can be cool. He's like, oh, okay.
He's like, I don't know how to do
that. Now I get it. Now I understand what we're doing.
Now we could be best friends holding hands through the field of daisies, So, so anyway,
with razor blades sticking out.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, no, it's very cool to see his progression through the industry and seeing that he went through it. Anyway, it's out of all the apprentices I had, he was one of the good ones, and there's a few other good ones that are still in it. But anyway, that's that was my little circle.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, it's cool seeing like that whole circle come back to you like that, where it's
and it's kind of a small network. I mean, every time I've changed shops, there's always been somebody that's like, oh, you work with this guy? Yeah, I worked with that guy. And then you have a connection with people, or and somebody comes in for an interview. It's like, oh, I know that guy, and so
yeah, somehow everyone knows everyone almost, where it's
right?
Kind of cool.
It happens. It happens. I know. Sure. I got a big circle around here, mostly because I had to travel a lot, but I found myself knowing pretty much everybody at every one of these body shops at one point or another. Lots of cool people out here, though.
Yeah. Even up here, half of us are cool.
Yeah, I'd say it's about half. I'd say it's about half. But
travel some places and see like somebody over at a new shop and then you didn't know they moved to, and they just pop up one day and you're like, oh wow, you're over here now. Look at this guy.
What's worse is when you're working at a shop and you decide you want to leave, so you go interview somewhere, and while you're on your interview, you see people that you know there.
You're like,
you're like, don't tell anyone I'm here. I've seen that. It's happened to me a few times, and usually everyone's okay. They're like, I won't say.
Yeah, they're like, no,
it's fine. So that's happened to me quite a few times, actually. So how long were you at that shop, that first shop where he took you under his wing?
My first shop I was at 3 years with that guy, Chris. He was the guy that kind of took me under. Okay. And I did a lot of like floor cleaning. So I did, push a broom a lot, kind of did a lot of cleaning, did small stuff, did tons and tons of sandblasting. So I did all the sandblasting there.
Stayed busy.
Yep. Yeah, there was tons of like busy work. Like we did payloaders for the town and dump trucks and cement mixers, and so it was like a lot of like heavy equipment we did. Then we did some restorations mixed in with it, which was kind of cool. So
that's a real
like,
mom and pop.
Like whatever we can get our hands on, we did, and so we had some fun. Then after I left there, then that guy, the painter guy, Chris, he ended up going to another shop, and then he went to that shop, and he's like, "Hey, Al, I'm gonna go to this shop, and I'm gonna take you with me." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So it was usually a smaller shop we went to, and there we did a ton of like what do you call it, auction cars. tons and tons of auction cars. So it was cool. Like I got more hands-on for like dents. Everything was fixed, nothing replaced.
Right. Yeah.
Right,
And that
right.
kind of
And
work.
so it was kind of cool, like just to get that experience. And
Good. Good.
but no frame machine. Like we had a frame machine, but it was just outdated and whatnot.
That's normal.
Yeah, pretty normal, I'd say. I mean, that's the same way here. Same way
Yeah.
here. I mean, old frame machines.
Tram gauge everything instead of
everything was tram gauge, tape
yeah.
measure, like
Tram gauge and
it's
an old
close.
laser.
I will tell you though, I
Yeah.
mean, these measuring systems, if you go in and you only learn the measuring system, I feel like you're missing something because you're not learning the actual like so you learn how to tram gauge, you learn a lot about the car's structure and how to measure it and how to figure things out. These kids, you know, their car liner, something goes wrong with the little track on the car liner. Now they can't use their car liner.
Yeah, it's like the end of the
They're
world. It's like, oh, no.
screwed. You know, whereas I'm just like, oh, okay, go get the tram
you're
gauge,
like, whatever.
you know, let's get this done. You know, it'll take longer, but we'll get it done, you know.
Yep.
Right.
So that's an important skill. I feel like that should be taught no matter what.
Just the basics. Go back to the basics.
That's hard to do in general though, to kind of look at the vehicle and just kind of be able to tell where something's damaged. Just, you know, like, because not all the time it's blatantly obvious, but if you fooled with that kind of stuff before you made your way around, you can definitely see what's going on.
Yep. No, I mean, there are telltale signs when you get a car before it's been taken apart. Certain little things you see, you go, hold up, you know. I think this nose is swayed over a little bit, you know, and it's like it's only little telltale things, but if you don't see it before it's disassembled, you're not going to pick up on that stuff.
That's when I realized I love taking my cars apart just for that aspect of I could see where the damage was and okay, yep, that's definitely swayed, or okay, this definitely traveled through pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, speaking from the shop where I'm leaving now, they have a repair planning department that takes apart the car. That makes it tough for me to really do an analysis of the vehicle when I get it. It almost makes it impossible. I mean, I pretty much
it's like all apart, so you're like, okay,
they just have
the fenders off and all that, or
anything that's being replaced is off or should be. And anything that's being repaired is circled and says, you know, fix, you know. And so like my mind goes, okay, do you do the estimate, repair, I repair those panels, send it down the line. Then somebody else puts it together, and now he's putting it together and nothing's fitting, and they're going to me,
why doesn't the headlight fit?
Right, you know. And
it's like
like I pre-fitted it, you know, like I don't know why it's not fitting for you now. And then it turns out the whole upper radiator sport's like this, you know, and nobody caught it in RP because they just zinged it apart, you know, and
rip it apart as fast as possible.
Yeah, so that model is I have certain problems with that model. In the same respect, I kind of like the fact that all I did was repair for the last 2 years.
That's cool.
That's my favorite part of the process. So it's like, you mean I don't have to take things apart or put them together? Okay.
You know? I really don't mind that part. I really don't. That wasn't really a big deal to me.
I agree.
I like all the aspects of it where it just makes it fun. It's like, okay, today I'm just going to reassemble stuff, or today I'm just going to, you know, take stuff apart. And
I agree. I liked the change for most of my career. You know, sometimes you're repairing, sometimes you're taking it apart, sometimes you're putting it together. You know, I do appreciate that, and the whole ability to, you know, step back and I did this job. You know, maybe not painting. I'm not really into painting. I'll hand that off to somebody else. But other than that, absolutely. You know, I loved every aspect of the job. I just these last 2 years focused on my favorite part of the job, which is the repair part. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Nick laughed. So what? Somebody said something funny?
Dude, this comment section over here has been extremely wild.
It's been pretty good.
No, well, no, like the spam stuff has been wild today.
Yeah, for sure.
It has been wild.
Yeah, you got people calling you out as well.
Yeah. Jordan talking about as fast as I can put something together and take it apart. I was pretty quick at it back in the day.
Ryan says a good triage tear down department should take photos of the vehicle when it's pulled in for you. So they do. It's hard to get the same analysis from the photos. I'm a look at it from every which angle, even from underneath kind of guy, and I think it's tough. So I agree with you, Ryan. But I think the best thing to do is really get the technician's eye on any car they're going to fix. And
I agree with that,
before it's taken apart, and I mean, it's also helps with other things where the technician's the one that's going to have to replace or repair it. Ask their opinion, what they want to do. Don't just tell them what to do. And then when they tell you that's not possible later, everyone's scrambling to change things. It's like, how about we just do it right from the start? But
like aftermarket Challenger or bumpers pretty much aren't going to fit.
Right.
You got to know that kind of stuff.
I love the aftermarket parts.
Nissan aftermarket parts really aren't going to fit that well. So if you got some of those coming through and you didn't do any kind of fitting with the adjacent panels, you're probably going to have a good afternoon, especially if you're on flat rate.
Yep.
And I know that you guys are mostly hourly up your way, right?
Yes.
Is it hourly salary? How does that work? Because in where I'm from, me and the guy that was commenting, Jordan, we're mostly flat rate down here all year. So I haven't really worked on like an hourly commission thing. And I'd seen some comments through one of the Facebook posts that were like, is hourly or flat rate better? Who's the, and then I was kind of reading through both cons and pros from both sides. And, I guess it's just whatever you get used to. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess if you have a good adjuster, flat rate's the way to go. But if you don't, you're fighting for every hour, everything you do. Because they just switched me to flat rate. I'm like, oh, it's been interesting.
The writing aspect is something I never considered earlier on. I always thought the hourly would be better for me because up here it always got slow in the summer. So I was like, I'm not working for free, so I'm going to get this hourly job. And it pretty much, I think the shops were in tune with that. And they said, oh, we got to go hourly so our guys get paid even in the slow season.
Yeah.
So most of the shops went hourly up here, which in the same respect can kind of control the pay. So anyway, for me, the guarantee of the money was worth it. Once cell phones and texting became a big deal, we were busy year round. Now the technician would benefit better from being flat rate, in my opinion. But Alan brings up a great point that it's not a good idea to go flat rate if you don't have a good writer. You need a writer that can make sure you're getting covered for everything you're doing. And that's much rarer than you would think. You would think that, there's people out there that are just dying to get after these insurance companies. And there are some, but not enough, I mean, the insurance companies are very good at manipulating, and the people that have to talk to the body shops from the insurance companies are very good at kind of, I don't know, putting themselves in a position of being in charge, verbally. And I feel like some writers just bow down to that. They're like, oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry. I don't want to upset you. It's like, why don't you want to upset the insurance company again? Like, I don't understand that, because you don't want that social problem. And I get non-confrontational people.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be a writer.
It's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. It's
right. You need to
debate. Take it personal and
no, you need to debate with these people and fight for what we need. I mean, this is a business. It's not. whatever.
I mean,
made
that's true. I mean, you do need a good writer and all this stuff, but just like I'll bring up a point that Michael says. I mean, you know, flat rate, there's a decline with age. I mean,
good point.
Depends. You know, if you pace yourself and do good, but also, you know, average hours turned. I mean, how much is it going to take for you to make $2,000? What are you comfortable with? $1,500 or $1,000? I mean, if you turn 50 to 60 hours a week and whatever that brings you to, and if you're good with that, it's cool. You know, it's fine. But I don't know. With me, flat rate would be the only way I would work in auto body. I would not work hourly. And that's really because when you work by the hour, you're pretty much inclined to do any and every specific job, whether or not it's correct. And with flat rate, you know, you have more say so what you can do with some of these cars. And I feel more correctly, but that's just me. You know, I've never worked an hourly and I don't know. So
it's an interesting take.
It's just different for me.
I think different parts of the country you're going to have different answers, hourly versus flat rate, you know,
depends on the area for sure.
Yeah. For absolute. Yeah. It's very different industry depending on where you are.
Definitely, I'm new to it, so it's a big learning curve for me.
It can have some downsides, but like I said, I mean, dictate what you feel like you want to make and make those hours match that. You know, I mean, you pretty much have to be proactive in everything you're doing. You have to kind of prep for it and do stuff a little bit. I don't want to use the words a little bit faster or cleaner than what you would do if you were hourly, because I don't know how anybody works on hourly. But I do know that you have to kind of be proactive and make sure that everything's done, kind of like a business owner. You know, you kind of have to be that kind of guy in flat rate.
Yeah.
So
I guess my biggest downfall of flat rates, because I like training people like a lot, or like showing people, or, you know, just doing like the little extra stuff with like newer people. And it definitely deters me more of where you get a new tech and I'm like, oh, I can't really show you that. Like, I can't spend 5 hours with you showing you something where it's going to cost me money at the end of the day. So that's that's like one of the big things right now I'm having a hard time facing.
It's that's a real downfall to it. I mean, so the shops that I see that are doing well with flat rate in the Northeast have one, they mostly have multiple locations, and they'll choose a person as a trainer role who gets salary. And that person goes from their different locations to train people, and gets a good amount of money. So it's I think I'd love to see that model catch on better up here. Because
we have it at the shop that just took over our shop. We have ambassador, and he goes around, but he's not like at the shop like all the time. But he's a wicked nice guy, and he just kind of goes around, has all the knowledge. And
he does. So he was a tech at one point.
Yeah, he was a tech, and then so now he kind of just goes and, like, if they get a new tech, like a brand new tech, he'll like sit with them for a couple months, I think, and just show them the ropes. And
so that's cool
and stuff.
Which is I like cool. Hearing that. That's cool. I didn't know that. So that's good to hear. But you want a mentor.
But for me, it's hard sometimes where I'm like, I just want to like show this person, like I want to show them a little bit more than, you know.
Right. So yeah, that's a little sad to me. I mean, I'm a little excited for you for the flat rate, because I feel like the potential for making when it's money good, is there.
So far, it's been pretty solid. Where I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
So I can kind of control my hours. Where I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm starting to figure out like, if I get this car here and there, I get this for it, and so it's kind of fun. It's like a new game almost.
Yeah, you kind of have to set them in like, well, I'll get these set up for tear down, and then I get these set up for body or whatever you're doing to them. And then I get these set up for hang ups, you know, and then you might have to schedule a hang up and then a repair or something throughout the week. But, you know, you always get your first, you know, kind of, that's why I said being proactive. You got to kind of make which ones can go, you know, at which day and times and all that stuff. Whether you're hourly, you're just like, well, let me just, whatever this guy
you
says,
just kind of go one
that's
at a
what I'm
time.
going to do,
Like,
you know?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I never had an issue stepping away from my job and going to help somebody because I'm hourly and getting paid the same either way.
Well, I mean, nobody really had any issues stepping away from anybody. I mean, I don't think that's really, it ain't really that serious in that motivation, you know? You're not like, I don't know how to explain it. I think people that never done it, when they look at it, they're like, oh, I just got to be wide open all the time. And that's not really the case. Like,
that's how I felt. It's definitely how I felt. I was like, I just got to go. And then now I'm starting to get into it where we all help each other still. And, you know, that hasn't really changed in the shop culture part of helping and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, getting back to your story, you're in your second shop. I'm assuming that's not Vernon.
No, that was it was like a little tiny shop. It's called Auto Network in Ellington. They're no longer there, but we just did mostly just a ton of like just cars, used cars and auction cars. We did some customer cars here and there. We did a couple little restorations here and there, but then we got super slow. So there's a week where they didn't have work for me, so I was like, oh, you know what? So I was doing some side work at home, and then I just went to the shop in hometown, and I was like, oh, let me just go walk in, introduce myself. And so I walk in, introduce myself, and gave him my contact information. And a half hour later, he calls me like, hey, you want a job? Yeah, I'll hire you tomorrow. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I'll take that. And this shop I went to, they had a frame machine, they had an awesome paint booth, like it was real clean, it was cool. So I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. Because I've always worked at like little tiny, like kind of hole in the wall places, but this place was like, to me, it was like state of the art at the time.
Yeah.
And so I've been there 14 years as of this year.
Okay, that's a long time.
Pretty long.
Yeah, it was the original owner of the place was awesome. He was it was kind of still like a mom and pop shop kind of, but he took it to the next level. He had multiple frame machines, 2 spray booths. Everything was clean and organized. If there's new equipment out, he's like, nope, I'm going to buy you whatever equipment's coming out. So we went like every 2 years, we'd get new spot welders, new welders, and
very cool.
And he took care of us. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. For guys that don't know, he's not in Florida. He's in Connecticut. So I just seen Jordan asked, is Alan in Florida too? So for everybody that's wondering, it's in Connecticut.
Yeah, it could be in Florida.
Yeah.
Better weather.
I wanted to Florida this week.
Better weather, except for a couple of days ago. It was pretty cold. But other than that,
still better than here.
Yeah. I think that 1 degree this morning, I was like, oh man, why am I going out?
Yeah. I contemplated staying home today, but I would have been out in the cold getting ice off my roof. So
it works.
Would not have been worn. But yeah. Okay. So
it's cool. With this place I was at too, like there's some negative like toxicity in it, and I always told myself like I don't want to be like that negative old guy. Like there was like a couple negative people in the shop I was at, like the new place I call it, and my mentor it was like in the back of my head, like I don't want to be that old grumpy guy. I still want to show people, and
right.
So when they first hired me, there was this one guy that was everything I did. He was always like, nope, he's doing this wrong. He's doing that wrong. And like at this point, I'm like 6 years in the trade. I've never put a quarter panel on a car. I don't know anything about framework.
Okay.
So like I was kind of new, kind of green in that aspect still. And so like, it was real hard at first to like prove myself. But every day I just kept proving myself, trying to get to the next level. And one day the boss was just like, hey, you want to go to frame school? Like, you want to go to the car liner school? I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So he sends me down to the school, and when I'm there, he's like, hey, what do you think of that frame machine you're on? And I'm like, oh, that thing is awesome. He's like, oh, cool, I just ordered it for you. It'll be up when you get back. And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, thought that was pretty cool. And
that is very
ever
since
then, I've been a car liner junkie where I'm like, no, car liner. I love it. And
yep. I'm a fan. I love the car liner stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like it's so simple. It's the simplicity. It's just awesome. Like upper body measurements are awesome. Like
Yep.
you could put a rear body panel. I don't fit nothing. I just slap around with the measurements
Yep.
and ship it.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
it's I
Yeah,
miss that. That's good.
Carliner's got some pretty cool stuff involved with them nowadays.
Yep.
It's they do really good stuff. I mean, if you watch Auto Body Strong, Juan showcases their stuff a lot and really shows just the little things that even like after I used it for 10 years, you know, the little things about car liner you just didn't know about and that make this part easier, that part easier. So it's I'm definitely a fan. It's not what I learned on. I learned on a Chief and an auto robot, you know, and I miss those. I miss those auto robots. Those things were really cool. I mean, the whole car was like this up on the thing,
Oh
but
shit! Yeah, I
I
never
mean,
used one.
they're just so simple. Just back it up, throw the clamps on, lift them up, crank it down. You know, it's like, yeah, it was a nice frame machine. And the Chief was easy just to, you know, drive a car up, chain it down, and pull it, you know. So the car liner actually added another level of complexity because even to lift the car, you got to go up, down, switch something, then up. You know, it's like what? You know, like can't I just hit up? You know, no,
I just want to go up.
I just want to go up. You know, so it took some learning, but man, once you learn the car liner stuff, yeah, it's super simple,
Oh man,
especially
I
the
love
measuring.
It.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that's the way to go. That's my opinion. So I do want to talk a little bit about mentoring. So you've had some chances to bring some people up in this trade. Is that something that you could see yourself doing full time in the future? Maybe like an instructor role, like in retirement or something like that?
Oh, I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
I just love showing I just like when people get excited about something and you could just see their brain just go, wow, what?
That
That's awesome.
aha moment.
Yeah, that I live for that. Where it's like, yeah, it's cool.
I can
And then when it
totally
just sticks
relate.
with them too, I'm just like, oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when they come in the next day without remembering what
yeah,
you
like
taught
20
them.
times. Lucy, like I'll give them 20 times. I'll remind them. The
Have
21st,
you
I'm like, oh, okay.
have you seen, like, just by over the years teaching people, mentoring, anything, like what are some common things that are difficult for some people to get over, like anything in specific, you know? Whether it's tear down or reassembly, you know, just anything in general.
I would say like the first thing every time I've always ran into something is just right when they come out of tech school, they think like they're like a master tech.
Yeah.
That's the hardest hurdle I've really had.
So get that out of their head and get them back on level playing.
Just kind of like get humble, like just the
Mm-hmm.
simple, like just take a door handle out simple,
right?
Kind of like even just push a broom, like just so simple stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But then like other than that, just I really think like just maybe the reassembly part, because it's, you know, for them I've always noticed it's easy for them to take it apart, but then the reassembly part, it's always been like tricky where it's just, you know, it's like a big puzzle to them,
right?
Where they get kind of nervous with like fresh painted parts, or I'm always like, don't think about like it being fresh, just slap her together.
Yeah, just putting it back together. Like I seen where, you know, people have trouble remembering where all the bolts and stuff go upon putting stuff back together. I can't remember what this bolt looked like, that one, and whatever, so forth. But you know, if you teach them how to be neat and organized at the very beginning, then you can go a lot faster at the end. I mean, it does take once you get used to it, it's not
just
long
a couple
at all.
extra seconds.
It's a process.
Because what we do, so I got like tackle boxes, you know, with like all the dividers, and we just label, okay, this is door, and I'd break it down like, okay, this is the bumper, do like upper bumper, lower bumper.
That's the best way.
This is the sides of the bumper. So this way, when they're like, okay, cool, I can, you know, it's not like mind numbing.
I mean, you should organize the stuff so that if you're not there that day, you know, somebody else can figure it out. You know, that's how organized it should be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely being organized is like key. Definitely a key factor in it.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we
Are
got
there-
right now. Like,
That's
we got
awesome.
everyone at our shop now. We got so it's like we all do it the same. Where it's like, okay, we take the car apart the same. We have carts, like the bottom of the cart's damaged parts, middle of the cart, might be supplemental parts, and the top part's all good new parts. Just to so everyone is like, okay, cool, I can put this together
On the same
If Al's
page
not
of-
here, Cass can put it together, vice versa, which is cool.
No, that's
Right.
great. I mean, that's what you need. That's teamwork. And you're also creating a process. I mean, one of the hardest things I've seen in most shops is communication. So the better your process is at cutting out the need for communication, I feel like the better your process is. And I think that's something that most guys don't think about when they create a process or shops. But I think it was Juan who said that to me. And I was like, man, you couldn't have narrowed down my thought process any better. So I just want to be able to do my job. If I need to communicate with someone, I've got no problem with that. But I'm way faster and way more efficient if I don't have to. You don't
even think about it, you just do it.
Right, exactly. I mean, if the parts department's doing something visually to the parts cart so that I know that when I look at that parts cart, all the parts have been matched and checked. I don't need to go ask somebody, are the parts here? I don't need to open the app to check if they're here. It's just visually, boom.
Yeah, you see the cart. Yep, there it is.
Right.
Yep.
Grab it and go. You create an efficient process.
So Jordan said people don't just grab a box and throw stuff in it. I'm sure you all have a guy that worked there like that at one point or another.
My favorite was when they would do that and then throw it in the car. So all the bolts are just, I'm like, okay, cool.
In the floorboard.
Yep. All over the carpet. And this would be a fun night.
Alex comes in and makes a good point. He says, tell your car liner rep that you want Mo clamp tools with the system. And I totally agree. Totally agree. Gotta love the Mo clamp tools. If you don't know, Alex is our contact from Mo clamp.
Oh, cool. We got tons and tons of Mo clamp.
Oh yeah, I feel like we all do. I mean, it's the best clamps on the market. So
it is
hands down.
It is.
Hands down.
Yep. I have worked with a few people, Jordan, that just grab a box and throw it all in. I mean, it kind of, when I was first taught, we were taught paint cans, big paint cans, and you get one can for the whole bumper, one can for the whole door, one can for
stack them on top of each other. Or inside one another.
Hide them in the car. Where are the fasteners?
I did that one time. Yeah,
one big bucket for every part.
So, I mean, when I started, I was in a Toyota dealership. So all we worked on were Toyotas. And to this day, you can take all the fasteners from a Toyota and throw them all in one bucket. I'm going to be fine. I'll be perfectly fine because they haven't really changed the way they do fasteners over the years. Anyway. Right. But and so I understand that, but to nail down that organization so that in case you're not there, someone else can put it together is very important. And it took a minute to get. I had a shop that forced that on me. That's the only way I got those tackle boxes, and I started doing tackle boxes because I hated them at first. But that's the best way. And I went and I left that shop, went to another shop that was using bags. I was like, oh, hell no. I went and bought 10 tackle boxes, and I bought the ones that shop was using. So they were like $30-$40 a piece. So I spent $400 or $500 on these tackle boxes.
I use bags, and that was fine with me. But of course, everybody's different,
Yep.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
I mean, any amount of organization is right.
Whatever you
don't
like. Yeah. Whatever you enjoy, just as long as it can be labeled.
Try the bags tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, Stefan, I'm using
bags.
You get the bags are the best."
If you guys go to using bags tomorrow, please let him know. I'm using bags, and this is.
I'll tag you. I'll make a video. I'll tag you in it.
All right, fine. I'll repost my video about bags that I made 4 or 5 years ago.
Repost that video, and then everybody go to it.
I will.
And tell everybody how cool bags are.
All right.
Only the cool kids use
them. Well, we're coming down to the end here. I want to get some more questions in. So, Alan, we ask everybody, any trade, how long did it take you of doing the trade before you felt comfortable doing it on your own without having to ask a bunch of questions?
Honestly, I'd probably say about like 6, 7 years before I was like, okay,
Great answer.
I could do this. Like before that, I was, yeah. It
That's a
takes a lot.
great
It takes a
answer.
lot of there's a lot involved that people don't realize. Just, a simple little dent.
Mm-hmm.
I used to struggle with the simplest little dent. I'd make that dent huge. It'd be a big mound of Bondo. I'd be sanding for days, taking Bondo
Stretching
on,
it.
off, on, off. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So there's a lot of theory I had to learn quick, and
It's a lot of failing. And if you don't have the guy like you did who took you under his wing, it can be a lot of ridicule too.
Yep.
And
it makes you just not want to be in it, where you're like, nope.
Right.
Like, why am I here? Type thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And what's wrong with me? Why can't I get this? You know,
Yep.
That's what's going through my head. My first 5 years. I mean,
same here.
It took a good 5 years before I felt comfortable. So anyway, we ask everybody that because if there's not any newbies listening now, there will be at some point to the recording, and it's important that they know that it takes that long to learn this stuff, so to not get discouraged and
put your head down and just listen. Just keep listening, and
just
keep trying. Just keep failing. The more you fail, the better you're going to be. Really.
Yeah. Yep. And you know, if you're stuck in a shop like I was, full of guys that didn't want to tell you anything, and I say that, you know, there was one in my first shop that I could go to, but he was a busy guy and it was hard to get him to really slow down to come help, you know? So like, anyway, I just want to give him a little bit of credit. He was a nice guy. But the people that I was assigned to learn from, not as much. But forget where I was going with that. Man,
just talking about just learning, you know. I mean, it's a process. You're going to learn so much, and then you're going to practice that amount, you know.
Just keep practicing, you know.
And you keep learning. Like I'm still learning to this day. Like
I did remember. I just wanted to say that if you're out there in that kind of shop with those kinds of people, send me a message. Send Nick a message. Send Alan a message.
Yeah, send me a message.
We'll help you. Take pictures, videos. I was sitting on the phone texting a guy for hours last night who wants to get into PDR. He's a 19-year-old working in his grandpa's body shop, and he really just wants to learn the stuff for there, but he was ready to spend like $2,000 on tools, and it's like, whoa slow down, you know. Let me give you some like advice on what things to pick up first, you know, so you make sure you're into it, and then, you know, just it's easy to spend $2,000, you know. Let's make sure it's on the right shit, you know. So, and it was a bunch of questions, and then it was, okay, what do you think? Should I push first or tap first? You know, so it got into a lot. I love it. Send me messages. I will help anybody who shows that they want to learn, you know.
Yeah, any kind of initiative, it's awesome. It's like,
right. And he's talking about the after hours of practice too that no one talks about, man. That right there is you can gain a lot. Like once you get all the shops kind of semi closed down and it's just you in there, that's when you can really do some heavy learning, some heavy kind of figuring out the entire process. So yeah, I mean, if you're new, I mean, stay late and put in that learning. And let's see, Michael Price is talking about new generation. Yeah, the opportunities like videos and stuff. It wasn't too long ago that videos were very frowned upon as far as in the body shop. Like, did not want to record no type of work at all, ever. Like,
I watched someone get fired for it.
Yeah, you could get fired for that kind of stuff really fast. So, you know, and then David said there's no helping Stefan. I would agree. I would agree with that 100%.
That's my PDR mentor, right?
he said he tried all he could do. He finally just gave up and went home.
The one person you don't want to hear that from.
God.
Yeah, David probably knows that the guys I tried to learn auto body from were probably perfectly nice people, and I just, I was. Oh man.
And I'm always looking back at like when I first started, like, oh man, I feel bad for like all those people. Like even my mentor, like Chris back in the day, I was telling him today, I was like, bro, I put you through some hell. He's like, all the stuff he had to fix for me. He's like, yeah. He's like, only if you knew Al. Only if you knew.
Yeah. yeah. It's I bet you I could do the same. I stayed in touch with those guys. Yeah, thanks for the GV. My car is currently in David's shop being wrapped, and it's full of all of my tools. I sent them a message today. I said, if you need to borrow a tool today, you already have it.
It's already in there.
It's already there. Just just go.
Just get in there.
And then I'm staring at these little dings on a used door going, well, I guess I'm filling these instead of pushing them out. But, back to the old days. Anyway, Alan, thanks for coming on. Thanks for
having me.
Is there anything you want to tell the crowd before we end the show? Anything we missed?
Oh, no, that was pretty solid. Just for the new techs out there, just put your head down and, don't give up. Like really. Like I love the trade. I've been in it 22 years.
Yeah. There is one thing that you got going on that we didn't mention. We didn't even cover this, but you got Kiko coming up.
I got Kiko.
What are we looking forward to about that? And
that I'm excited. That's gonna be cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm going up in April 13th. I think
for the 5-day in-person training in Oklahoma City.
5-day. Yep.
Okay, good.
And yeah, I'm actually excited just for them to like tell me so I've been watching a bunch of videos on like lights and how to read lights, and so I'm kind of excited to see like just the in person of like when I play something like, oh no, Al, you're over a little too much, or you're under too much, or
right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, what's cool is they'll kind of set you up with some practicing where you'll be able to kind of self judge that. They'll help you.
Oh, that's cool.
But like really cool. You'll notice with the things that they have you do in the first couple of days, and they're going to work with the light big time.
Oh, cool. Right. That's why I'm very excited for the light.
Lots of tab theory and stuff. We'll probably see it as you go through, and then you probably tell your story and you come back like everything that you log through, and but it's going to become it's really cool. It's really cool to see. It's fun. It's a totally different experience than what's out there at the norm. I mean, they do an excellent job pretty much at every aspect of it. So it's fun. Cool. It's awesome. Yeah.
No, it's
super stoked for that.
Everybody that I've talked to that's gone to the 5-day training goes, I loved it. Now try and find any other training that any tech says that about.
Right.
Yeah. I'm probably one of those weird people that like, I love training. So I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I do love training. But man, like going to the Rivian training and everything, I'm sitting there and I'm gathering information. Yeah, it's great. But most of it's very repetitive, very like shaking. It's important that they show you how to do all the steps with high voltage vehicles and everything. You don't want to die. But I've never had a ton of fun with it. I like the training, but I didn't have a ton of fun. Oklahoma City felt like a party where we learned how to glue pull. That's what it felt like. So.
That's probably because 5 of us rented an Airbnb, and
it probably was a party.
That too.
That's probably why that felt that way.
But 3 of my coworkers just went, and they came back. They were like, "Oh, we loved it, had a great time," and they didn't have an Airbnb. So
right. They didn't have as much fun as we did. I guarantee.
No, they didn't. We definitely we had a blast.
You get to look at Airbnbs now, so I'm pretty excited. So I'm like,
cool. Yeah, you'll get to learn from Danny.
What does that mean? I don't know that. I like training people for free.
I don't know. Nick, Chris is coming in here with some weird comments.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
That's fine. You do you, Chris.
Yeah. Right.
It's awesome.
Christopher Allen says he loves your collision repair videos.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm still I'm getting better at them. Cass has definitely been critiquing me on that.
I didn't even
love
ask.
them.
I didn't ask you if you could even see any of these comments earlier. So before we got on, so I don't know if you've seen anything that I put at the bottom. Or
I
not.
actually haven't been paying attention to it.
Okay.
It's probably better that you haven't. They get a little distracting, so you're fine. We've read any of the ones that were important, like this one.
Right.
David says, Alan, you're welcome to come by the shop as well.
I'll be there tomorrow if Stefan's car's down there.
Yeah, it is there.
We'll get some practice. We'll get some practice on
it. No making dents.
You guys were on the YouTube over here. I apologize at the very beginning on some of these comments. They were crazy.
Yeah, there were some inappropriate things popping up. We try and block them as soon as we can. We're pretty much on top of it.
Yeah, it got to the yeah. No.
Chris says he's been drinking a little bit. But anyway, that's how I started with David. I sent him a note on Instagram saying, "Hi, are you into training?" He's like, "Maybe." So I just showed up and introduced myself and just started shooting the shit. That's how that started. So
that's cool.
That's my biggest piece of advice. Just go show up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. I hope whoever printed out your wrap put a little Easter egg in there somewhere for you to find later on.
There's no print. Nothing's gonna be in there. It's actually pretty cool.
He gets it. Oh shit! No.
I'm actually it's very simple. What I'm doing is the back of the car is getting wrapped kind of a blue, and it on a diagonal down the side of the car. And then my logo's going on the side, kind of a little bit into the blue, a logo on the back glass. And I'm going to put a QR code in my website, and that's it.
Oh, that's cool.
Just super simple, but I picked a blue that stands out, like really stands out. So I'll be, awesome. Everyone's going to be staring at me. I have to watch how I drive from now on. I'm like cutting people off now. I'm like, oh, I better get this in while I still can.
Yeah, put the CT Dentworks logo under it. Yeah, that'll be great.
That's all right. I'll get those.
That'll be awesome.
I'll get those hole plugs with CT Dentworks written on.
Yeah.
When I go drilling holes.
David said, "Stop by and see him when you're in Oklahoma. He'd love to meet you."
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, there you
That'd
go.
Be fun.
Yeah.
Now, when you're doing your dent thing, are you gonna go to shops too? Are you gonna focus more on?
I'll be visiting you guys in a little while to try and get you guys as an account.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's purple. Yeah, it's purple. The color I chose is more. It's like blurple.
Okay.
It's good.
So that's purple back here, and then that's blue.
I guess it's more purple, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way.
If you saw it, you'd call it blue.
I would.
It's blurple. It's blurple. Gotcha. Yeah. Which I love blurple.
What color?
What is going on?
What color is the CT Dentworks going to be under it? Do you know yet? Have you decided about that?
Yeah. That's funny. His CT Dentworks van is army green, which is actually really badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
We'll have to do a picture of our two dent vehicles.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
All right, Alan. Thanks for coming on. I really enjoyed talking.
No, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be showing up at your shop with my Blurple RAV4. And,
I'm excited to see that.
Trying to get some work there, but it doesn't matter. It's just a subliminal. Shush, David. Oh my God. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with another show. Really appreciate everybody coming on. Alan, stick tight. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna end the show and then we'll see you in the back room.
Cool.
Yeah.
See all you guys next Monday.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
So crank it up loud.